This is Rob Tebbutt from Behind the Gloves. I'm delighted to be joined by unbeaten light heavyweight KO artist, Mr. Anthony Yarde. The beast from the East. How you doing, Anthony?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well. Very pleased to catch up with you. It's been a while.
It's been a while. How was your Christmas?
It's very good. It's very good. Actually, was it? No, everybody was ill.
I wasn't ill. I was there eating.
Well, yeah, I did notice. I did notice that you've been eating. As you can see, I don't just limit my eating to Christmas.
So I just put on weight in the right places.
Looking very well.
Thank you, man.
So, return to the ring, February the 24th, York Hall. Tell me about it.
I'm headlining, so that's a good thing. This is the first show that I'm headlining, or should I say on purpose. I headlined when I fought Barani for the WBO European, but that's because Billy Joe, his fight got cancelled, etc. But this one's a headline, so it's just another stage of progression. Headlining at a small York Hall show, that's how you start off, you know. Sometimes just start off small and then elevate. Hopefully one day, big stadiums, different countries, everything.
You say it's small hall, and a lot of people sort of look at York Hall like small hall show. It's like a real bear pit, man. Like when it gets going, it's one of the most iconic venues in British boxing.
100%. The atmosphere in York Hall is always top of the range. It's like I feel like you ain't been in a real atmosphere until you've boxed in York Hall. Everyone's so close to the ring. You got your real British fans, East Londoners. And yeah, it's a great atmosphere.
And you bring with you some quite noisy followers as well, don't you?
I'll bring a pack of lions in the camp. Now, yeah, every time I fought in York Hall as well, because everyone's so close, everyone's usually in one area, I'm gonna have the whole balcony. The whole balcony is gonna be there, screaming, shouting, screaming out instructions that I can't hear. Yeah, it should be good.
So yes, Tony Avalent. Forgive me, I've never seen Mr. Avalent box.
Neither have I.
What are you preparing for?
Again, each fight of mine has been the same. I'm just preparing to be a better boxer. Boxing's about, you know, it's like a game of chess. You train hard, you put your own little strategies together, you got your game plans, and then you go in the ring and try and execute. And then sometimes your opponent, you know, he might fight someone else completely different from the way he fights you. So that's really why at this stage in my career, I'm not really looking at any fighters. I leave it down to my trainer. I might be like this for my whole career. That just might be how I'm comfortable. But yeah, I'm planning on going out there and being better, faster, sharper, better defense. It's just about, remember, I'm learning on the job. I had 12 amateur fights, 14 professional fights. People think I've had years and years of amateur experience. And I'm such an experienced fighter, but I'm literally doing my apprenticeship in the ring in front of the world.
Let's just talk a little bit about that. You mentioned that you're learning on the job. In your last fight, it was a sizable step up before.
Yeah.
Nikola Siaklocha is how his name's pronounced. I know we had a few issues with that in the build-up.
Yeah.
Before Nikola Siaklocha became the first man to stop him.
Yeah.
Now you've had a bit of time to look back on the performance. What did you make of it?
I haven't actually watched the whole fight yet. I've seen the highlights. It was a decent performance. Again, my main goal and objective was to be the first man to stop him. He's been in there with world champions. He's been in there with as an amateur. He fought GGG, didn't get stopped. He's never been stopped in his career. So yeah, it was a good thing to actually stop him. I think I got hit with little shots that I shouldn't have got hit with. Again, I'm a big critic of myself. I get a lot of negativity saying about who I'm fighting, how I'm fighting them. I got hit, this, that, and this, that. Boxing's a game full of critics, but the people that criticise the most are people that have never been in the boxing ring, people that can't fight. So it's one of the things, I'm a big critic of myself.
Now, somebody I don't think he's been in the ring before, Frank Warren. I spoke to Frank after the fight. He said that you need to work a little bit on your defence. He was very impressed, but he said that maybe that fight showed little bits that you need to work on going forward. Is that something you'd agree with, without obviously annoying your promoter?
No. You know, promoters, again, at the same time, Frank is a legendary Hall of Fame promoter. He's not a boxing trainer. He's not a fighter himself. But again, he has an eye, and he's built multiple world champions. So again, I would take criticism from people like Frank. I'll take criticism from people that have a boxing brain. Not only that as well, I said this to Frank. I said, yeah, I got hit too much in that fight. But again, what it looks like in live motion, when you go back and watch the replay, you're seeing I'm not getting hit with certain shots. Like there was the commentator said at one point, he got hit with a big right hand, but then shouldered it. And then so when you see the fight in slow motion or you replay and watch it on TV, some shots ain't really getting through. But again, little jabs I got hit with. I was disappointed. Just little jabs that I should be reading and slipping. But again, still learning and progressing.
With stopping Siaklocha, being the first person to stop him,
Yeah.
do you feel that fighting Tony Avalon is something of a step back? Would you like to push forward? Would it ideally have been a different opponent?
You know what it is with me, yeah? I'm a fighter. I've said this from a while ago. Put me in there with whoever, and I'll demonstrate. Where I was brought up and how I was brought up, it's okay. Go to the same school. You're the strongest in my year. I'm the strongest in my year. So how we gonna settle this? Either we fight, or I'm the strongest in year. It was like a childish mentality, and I've still got that mentality. I want to be the best at everything. Everything I'm doing anyway with passion, and I got a passion for boxing. So as a light heavyweight boxer, I feel like I'm gonna be the best in my division. I may not be now. You have to prove yourself and things like that. But again, I don't think there's anyone in the world, even in past, that had 12 amateur fights. And in their 14th professional fight, they're performing or they've done what I've done. So I remember back in them days, they were fighting every week. We don't get to fight every week no more. So, my progression's been good and steady. Is it a step back? Probably yes. But in terms of proceeding with my career, I could have not fought this guy and waited until April. But I want to try and stay active. So again, no fight's easy. And in boxing, you hear everyone say it, all the legendary champions say it, anything can happen in boxing. So I'm not taking this guy lightly. I'm going to go in there and try and demonstrate and do the same thing I've done to all my other opponents. I'm going to go in there to knock him out. Not looking for the knockout, but I'm going to go in there, better boxing ability, etc.
You mentioned that you've not had an extensive amateur career. You've only had 13, is it pro fights?
I've had 14 pro fights now, yeah.
So you've had 12 amateur fights, 14 pro fights. That being said, I'm struggling to remember somebody with that few fights who gets called out as much as you. Do you think that's fair to say?
You know what? I think it's only recently people have started to call my name, but that's boxing. Even though people know they will get knocked out or they will lose the fight, they just want that big fight. They want a payday, or they don't feel like they got long left in the sport, so they're trying to get a big payday, or they might have some sort of delusion about them or self-belief and think they can win the fight. So it's exciting. And the reason, if I was a nobody, no one would be calling me out. But again, the more people calling me out, or the more people trying to affiliate with themselves with me, it's only going to be a positive, because it's clear that I'm ringing bells. I'm number one in England on BoxRec. Everyone has their opinion.
It's kind of like a compliment.
It's a compliment, yeah. That's what it is. It's a compliment. I've got a good world ranking now as well. 12 amateur fights. To have done this already, it's good.
Now, it seemed to me like you were talking about Frank Buglioni there.
He's been the only one that's had my name in his mouth. But again, talk is cheap. Like, I'm one of them people, yeah. Cool, business is business, but I'm not a bullshitter. I'm not gonna go out and start calling out Andre Ward and saying come out of retirement, and then come out of retirement to boost my name. But then when he sends me something and says, yeah, come, let's make the fight happen, I'm there using 101 excuses about who I'm fighting next and this person, that person. I'm not gonna mention his name if I don't want to fight him. That's what's happening in this case. He's called out my name several times. He's literally gone into the peer pressure from the fans, put my name out there on his tweets and things like that, saying, yeah, Anthony Yarde can get it next. That was a long time ago. That's after he fought Ricky Summers. Since then, I've progressed. And the guy, I don't know if he's planning on trying to do the right time or trying to have me as his last fight or whatever, but he's not on fighting me right now.
Does it? You strike me as such a cool, calm customer that but then again, you're a fighter, so there's kind of that contrast, you know. You sit in front of me, very nice, charming young man, and then I see you go and knock somebody senseless. Does the latter part, the fighter part of you think, do you know what? Do you get annoyed? Do you get frustrated? Does it bother you? Because I mean, Buglioni recently, in particular, has said some quite close to the knuckle stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it is with me? Yeah. I don't really watch like all that kind of stuff. The only time I hear about it is from like people like yourself that just mentioned it, or friends that people say they send me clips, and I don't even watch it because right now it's not my focus. When he agrees to fight me, or anybody agrees to fight me, cool. You're in my lane now. You're in my thought process. I'm fighting you next, so you're my focus. Right now it's nonsense. And people can say what they want. In school, I always revert back to school because school is your learning days. In school, there were so much people that done all this, talking. And when we got it cracking, or things started happening, zip. Or when you say, huh? And then you like, zip. And that's what I see in this situation.
Moving away from Frank Buglioni, I promise this will be the last time I mention another fighter. Lyndon Arthur has just signed with Frank Warren.
I don't even know who that is. No disrespect again. That's what I'm saying. I'll just tell the public what I'm like as a person. I'm in my own little bubble. And I don't pay attention to anything that don't concern me. So right now, the only thing that concerns me is my progression, who I'm fighting next, and trying to climb up a ladder. So anyone other than myself, I don't care. You know, I wish everyone the best, but when, you know, self-preservation first, and I'm just in my own little bubble.
By the way, you said that you don't watch any online stuff. I'd like to think that by now you watch Behind the Gloves.
Oh, come on, you know. But you know what it is, but when I first started boxing, obviously I studied the sport, I watched a lot of interviews, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, etc. And yeah, you know, you see little links and stuff. And yeah, I remember Michelle used to do a little intro. So I used to watch her videos. Yeah, Behind the Gloves, Fight Hat, IFO TV.
You're not supposed to mention the competition.
Oh, sorry. You know, but friendly competition. You just mentioned my competition. You know, it's all friendly competition.
So it's fair enough. Right, let's move away from this grey area. Now, another fighter who's recently joined Frank Warren is your good friend, Ohara Davies.
Oh, 2 times.
I'd like to get your thoughts on how that transpired and the issues that ultimately led him to leave Matchroom. Now, I know you know Ohara better than pretty much anybody.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that situation. Tell me about that situation.
Ohara, yeah. Literally, he's like a little innocent, loudmouth guy. Like, he likes to talk. He's always been like this as well. He likes to talk. He likes causing trouble sometimes. He finds it funny, like it's entertainment for him. But with that situation, again, I've spoken to him on a level. I didn't even know about that situation until everyone made a big deal about it. He didn't know about that. He just saw it as this. The guy he's fighting ain't even from Liverpool or something like that. So I don't know if he thought the guy was from Liverpool or because he had previous beef with Liverpool fans. Remember when he went to Liverpool and he was like, Liverpool fans are the worst fans. He just knows that gets him a lot of attention. So he mentioned the Liverpool fans, because he knows the Liverpool fans, for whatever reason, don't like the Sun newspaper. He mentioned it, not knowing what the seriousness was of it. I only found out recently because of the situation, what happened, a crazy situation that happened in the past, which I, again, have sincere, things in my heart for all the people that, hurt or lost their lives in that situation. But he never knew about that. And then again, with the whole situation with him leaving Matchroom, again, that's not something I get involved in. But yeah, he's on my team now, batting on from my side. So yeah, we're probably going to fight on the same show in April. So yeah, it's exciting times, man.
As somebody who knows him really well,
yeah.
I mean, the general consensus is that he didn't know what he was referencing, or certainly how it was taken. But also the general consensus was it's kind of one time too many for Yarde, where he's sort of in the press with negative reasons. Is the friend part of you saying to him, Ohara, I think you might need to calm it down a little bit, focus on your boxing? Does that enter your thought process?
Yeah, I've said it to him on some occasions. With girls, I've said it to him. I'm always in his ear saying, bruv, allow these girls. And it's a type of girls as well, allow them. Again, Ohara's a grown man now, he's 26 recently.
Today?
Today or yesterday? It was today. Today, I mentioned him earlier, but I've had such a long day, I forgot. He's 26 today. Happy birthday, OD. You know, he's still learning. He's still growing. So when he does little things that has arguments with certain people, or he calls out certain people, or he says something crazy, I think he partly understands entertainment. You know, if you look in the history, people say crazy things to get in the papers. People say crazy things to get their name spoken about. People do crazy things. It's about entertainment and keeping your name relevant. Sometimes, again, he does overstep the barrier and he goes, oh shit, I just realised what I did. And then he retracts his steps. But again, he's learning. No one's perfect. But what matters is what's in the ring. What you do in the ring. For me, that's what matters.
With that being said, how much more do you think Ohara's got to show in the ring?
He's got a lot, man. Again, when I first started boxing, I walked into the ring. We trained with Tony Cisse. He was the guy training with Tony Cisse. I see him on the pads. I see him hitting the bag. I was like, this little shit hits hard for you. So I was watching him. I was like, okay. We sparred, you know. Me and Ohara sparred. Came to Tunde Ajayi. Was training with Tunde Ajayi. We were in Vegas together. So I know what he has to give. You know, sometimes you rush, and then again, that's what I'm saying. My career, I'm 14 fights in, very little amateur experience. I'm not rushing for nobody. I don't care if someone tells me to go and fight Kovalev tomorrow. It's a thing where I'll sit down with my team and I'll take advice of experienced people. My hot head, sometimes I can get hot-headed and say, well, put me in the ring with them and let's fight. I don't care. Let's swing it out. Again, there's business people around you for a reason. That's how you grow as a businessman. That's how you grow as an individual, learning and trying to get things done right to maximise your benefits.
With that being said, how valuable has it been? I know you have a very, very close relationship with your trainer and manager, Tunde Ajayi.
TA.
I can never get away with it. It just wouldn't work. How important is it to have him there? Because I know he's your matchmaker as well as your trainer and your manager. I mean, how important is your relationship with Tunde?
Again, Tunde is a bird's eye view on my progression. He has a bird's eye view on, you know, my mood changes, how I'm knocking people out in sparring, my defence. He can see it. At the same time, he's pushing me gradually, you know. There was people that came and said, why are you making a fight, why are you making a match with Anthony with this Shikoka guy? He's never been knocked out. You want to keep his record going of knockouts. They tried to give advice and Tunde just said he's ready for that. I said I'm ready. I said, well, I'm ready for a lot of things. But again, Tunde, having a manager head on, said, you know what, I can see what he's doing in training. I'm seeing how he's progressing. He's ready for that. So he's seeing it again. Him and Frank go back and forth of who my opponent's going to be. They try to get... People need to understand this as well. I'm not hand-picking opponents. We've tried to get American fighters. We've tried to get Australian fighters, Polish fighters. We've tried to get certain fighters that don't want to fight me. It's just a business of boxing. So, you know, sometimes you take what you can get. People outprice themselves as well, crazy numbers. I'm like, but pay me that. But yeah, people outprice themselves. It's just a business of boxing, man. But again, when it comes down to it and you're a world champion, in big fights like Mike Tyson versus Trevor Burbick or Mike Tyson versus Frank Bruno, when you're in big fights like that, no one cares about who you fought in your 15th fight. Go back and look who Mike Tyson fought in his 15th fight. Go back and look who Rocky Marciano fought in his 15th fight, his 14th fight. You will be very, very surprised. But again, because they did become legendary fighters. Roy Jones, go and look at who fought in his 14th fight. Because they become such legendary fighters and they've done their apprenticeship in the ring and they've done it right, they're greats now. Yes, you would have fighting in the 15th fight. Again, you have to have a businessman mentality at the same time being a fighter. And I got that lion heart. Lions in the camp. Lions in the camp. Lions in the camp. Lions in the camp.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly.
Just moving away from yourself, we've spent 18 and a half minutes talking about you.
That means it's a good interview.
Well, it should be. It should be. George Groves faces Groves-Eubank Jr. next week. We spoke about this a couple of months ago when we were at the Hackney Boxing Academy. I'm not going to tell you what you said then because I want to see if it's the same. How do you see that fight going?
I think it's a very close fight. Very much 50-50. You know, Groves has been in the bigger fights. I still see maybe on points. I don't really like to choose a winner, but I'm edging towards Eubank. His punch output, he throws a lot of punches. I feel like he's progressing as a fighter as well. And George Groves has suffered some losses that have brought him down a bit. Again, fights that he thought he'd won. He thought he won against Badu Jack. After that, he wasn't the same fighter in his fight coming back again. He's won a world championship now, and I think it's entertainment, man. It's good for both fighters. And I'll tune in. I want to watch, and it should be a good fight.
Okay, and just finally, we've spoken a lot in this interview about manager, promoter, fighter. We understand the lines are different. Let's forget the lines. You're Anthony Yarde, you are manager, promoter, and fighter.
I'm everything.
What do you want from 2018? Who do you want, and when do you want? Just for argument's sake.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not a manager yet. I'm not a promoter yet. I stay in my lane. I'm a fighter. Put someone in front of me, I'm fighting them. And I'm demonstrating on them and I'm doing the best I can do. That's all you can do in this world, is be the best person you can be. Again, talking in fairy tale. So if I'll talk in fairy tale. It's impossible because I'm only focused on myself. I'm not going to contradict myself and start saying, oh yeah, I'll do this and do that. It's in my bubble. You can paint it whatever colour you want, see-through gold, but I'm inside that bubble and I'm focused on myself. Because sometimes, when you get outside that bubble and you start floating around, you can fall off of it. And then everything else is irrelevant. So as it stands right now, I'm in a good position in my life. I've been down. I've been in the dirt. I ain't going back there. So it's about keeping your head screwed on, staying focused, and doing the right things in life. And that's a message out there as well to anybody that's doing anything with their life. People always come to me with messages saying, oh, this is hard, man, or I'm looking to give up on this. Stick in there, ride it out, and then reap the benefits later on.
Mr. Anthony Yarde.
Mr. Anthony Yarde. May, might as well call it May. Mr. Anthony Yarde.
Okay. You've got so many nicknames. It is Mr. Anthony Yarde. As always, it's a pleasure catching up with you.
Always a pleasure.
Looking forward to seeing you in action on February the 24th, live at York Hall, the main event, Mr. Anthony Yarde.
Don't blink.
Thanks very much for speaking to Behind the Gloves.
Love you.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.